Chosen Vessels, what's the deal? It's your main man, Druuill, and I'm back at you again with another video. I need each and every vessel to hit that like button, hit that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. Let's get right into it. Illuminati is going to keep pushing jail culture on the youth until one day they're going to wake up with a number and a cell. Let's talk about it. There are a lot of artists and a lot of things going on right now online where they're pushing jail culture, and that's not by accident, that's actually by design. There are a lot of people who are in charge of the jails, and here's the thing. They said, I saw something that said like rap music is declining, so that basically means they have to find another way to push jail culture onto certain groups of people. So what they're going to do is they're going to continue to use the internet and things like that to continue to push that jail culture. They're going to make sure that people still think that that's cool, because the people who are in charge of like certain industries, they have stocks in jails. So it's like they can't have everybody seeing that you can make money and becoming successful, because that's going to keep you out of jail. So they still have to be pushing jail in a sense. They still have to have people that are influencers or people who the youth are looking up to try to get them into jail. And I knew that like this was going to be something when they started pushing like a whole bunch of rap videos with guns in them and stuff like that. Like I knew that that was going to create a lot of situations to where people would go to jail, because people do what they see in the rap video and they want to implement that. They want to be like that. Some people have to live like that because of where they're from, and they're just not trying to be caught unarmed. All right, like some places where they live, they gotta like keep that on them so they can keep their life. So that's neither here nor there. But the more people that end up having guns and stuff like that, the more people that are going to end up getting caught, locked up, put in prison, jail, things like that. And they're using social media now to lock people up more than ever. Like people aren't as smart, because they're posting things online, but all this is by design. They want you to have your phone on you so they can hear what you're doing, so they can see what you're doing, and they use the phone even when it's not on, even when it's not recorded, even when it's off. All right, even when it's off, I think this thing is still little parts and compartments in it that are on that can record what you're saying, hear what you're saying, and report back to the powers that be. But either way, the Illuminati is using like influencers and people who are able to easily influence the youth. They're using them to promote jail culture. That's why you see like rappers in jail uniforms, and that's why you see like Scarlett rapping with a jail uniform. Like no offense to Scarlett or anything, but it's nothing cool about being in jail, and it's nothing cool about being in a jail uniform. That's how, I mean, I know she's doing it for like shock value and stuff like that, but there are people that are like that she's influencing the youth, and that's also putting a spell on kids. It's like it's putting a spell on the people that are looking up to her. There, she's making that look cool. So it's like people think that you need to get in those clothes or get in that type of situation to be cool. And it's like ain't nothing cool about being locked up or being in jail. You ask people who are locked up in jail, I'm sure they'll tell you it's nothing cool or locked up about being in prison. But the Illuminati, they want to see people who look like her and people who look like me and other people locked up in jail. All right, that and plus on top of that, it's like slavery, because the jail, like when you're in jail, you're working for certain companies. You're just getting paid like 10 cents an hour, 20 cents an hour. So the fact that they're pushing that as a lifestyle and they're pushing that as something that's cool, they're giving certain people a culture. All right, primarily black people, they're giving them a culture that just is like revolved around going to jail. All right, and it's a lot of Hispanics too, but it's just like the youth, and they're trying to get them locked up. All right, they're trying to get them to think that jail is cool. That's why you have like Kai Sanat and Drew. What's his name? What's that Drew guy's name? What the fuck is his name? Um, what's that dude's name? His name is Drew something, and they got him pushing like jail culture and Drewski. That's what they called him, Drewski. Yeah, they got him pushing jail culture and stuff like that. Ain't nothing cool about being locked up, man. And they want them to think that it's just a game in there, like it's fun. Like ain't nothing fun about that. That like the what they showed in that little comedy skit, that ain't nothing like that. But the thing is, it's nothing that hasn't been done before. Because when you look at that movie with Martin Lawrence and them, they did the same thing. Like they had all the comedians in jail and stuff like that. So you one could argue that it's just like art, it's just comedy, but to impose that on the youth, like adults who went to go see that movie with Martin Lawrence, I forget what it was called, but when they were in jail and all, like adults know that if I do this, I'm gonna get in jail. Ain't nothing cool about jail. I don't want to be in jail. They know that that's just a movie. But to push that on the youth with what they're going through and everything that they're into, the selling drugs, the having guns, the illegal criminal activities and stuff like that, that's going to lead somebody to get locked up. And then when they're going to think that jail is nothing, they're like, oh, jail's just going to be like that. Jail's not going to be like that. Jail's not going to be anything close to that. All right. Detention centers aren't going to be anything close to that. All right. Maybe if you see some of your friends in there, but still, it's going to be hard time. It's going to be punishment. The food's going to taste like crap. All right. The people there are going to treat you like crap. And you think it's tough out in real life. You end up going and end up in one of those situations and end up locked up. You're not going to like it. So I see what they're doing. I've seen a couple other people make videos on this too, but I see that they're definitely using the young people who are influencing the youth, the younger people, to think that jail is fun and jail is cool when it's not. All right, it's definitely not fun to be locked up. It's definitely not fun to be in jail. So it's like the Illuminati knows that, and you can call it what you want, Illuminati, powers that be, whatever. They have an agenda to get certain people locked up and have them throw their life away. All right, especially with all the people that are in there, because that's what, like, I heard on a video, like that's what them people want in there. Like that's a whole nother video right there. That's jacked up. But he said they want the pill poppers, they want the young thugs, they want the gangsters, they want the young bulls with the tattoos on their face and stuff like that. I'm like, ill. I'm like, ill, man. I'm like, why? Come on, man. You could have edited that. You could have edited that out. Ain't nobody trying to hear that. You could like, so it's like that. That's what you got to look forward to, and some people, they go through that, that's their little badge of honor. I understand being a man, respect, all that. It's a different type of respect you get when you go through one of them situations and you come out and you big dog status and everybody in your neighborhood or hood respect you or whatever. I understand. Some people, they see that as a rite of passage when it comes to being a man, but there's other rites of passage when it comes to being a man. And you don't want to see the youth. You don't want to see younger people who look like you in those types of situations. So I don't think it's the best idea, but the Illuminati definitely has a plan. They want people to think that that's cool, and they definitely want the youth to be locked up and put in jail. All right, so they definitely want you to wake up and be locked up in a cell with a number and be in one of them types of situations where you gotta have somebody tell you what to do every day. You gotta have somebody tell you when to eat every day, when to shower every day. You're using the bathroom around 15 other people. You're showering around 15 other people. Like all your freedom is took, and that just ain't it, man. It just ain't it. Anybody who's in them types of situations, when they get out of it, that's why these people be kissing the ground damn near when they get free. All right. They probably don't record that part, but I guarantee you, at least 5 out of 10 people that get out, when they're done being locked up, they'll kiss the concrete and they'll never want to go back. All right. So you should never want to be in that type of situation in the first place. Jail clothes aren't cool. Being in jail is not cool. Them doing comedic skits and having them locked up is not cool. All right. It is what it is. The Illuminati is not probably, but they're paying them to promote it. Just like they have liquor that they promote. All right, just like they were promoting 40s and stuff like that in the 90s. They'll pay people to promote things, and they know that they'll be able to influence certain targeted groups. Just like there's targeted individuals, there's targeted groups. All right. So just like there's targeted individuals, there's groups that they target also for specific things. And jail is just like a new version of slavery. And they want people locked up in jail, working for 10 cents an hour, hardly getting paid, throwing their whole life away. And it's not just the part of you being in jail or you getting in trouble. It's the fact that they want to see certain people in that position because there's extreme levels of narcissism in certain areas where people want control and they want to see certain people in not so good situations. So, and that's definitely the powers that be. There are certain powers that be that just want other people to suffer and to not have anything good going on in their life, and they want their life to be ruined. They are making it a lot easier for people to ruin their life today. All right, especially with how the world is. All right, so they're going to keep pushing that jail culture. So make sure you don't be involved with it. Make sure you don't want nothing to do with it. Like that's why they keep putting death in the music is and making songs about death and pushing prison in songs and putting all this bad stuff in music. It's because they want people to think it's cool. They want you to do it so you'll go get locked up. And Meek Mill even talked about it. They get paid to talk about certain things to make people throw their life away and ruin their life so they get into a bad situation and their life is over or their life is ruined or they take a life or they get life in prison or life in jail. All right, so the choice is yours. You have a choice to decide what you want to do, but they know that the youth is heavily influenced by these people and who they listen to. All right, I'm trying to enjoy that new Nicki Minaj song. They talking about spinning and killing everybody, and it's like when once you're aware and you become that these things are spells, and they get you with those beats. All right, I was folding my clothes the other day. You gonna spin and kill everybody? I'm like, man, I gotta put on some old school music because I can't like I can't do it. Like I want once you become aware and you raise your frequency, you're not even going to want to listen to this stuff. So it's like I have to make my own music so I could like listen to the type of music I like because nobody else. You don't hear that in no Kids Bop. You don't hear that in no Jonas Brothers. You don't hear that in whatever other people music listen to. They talk about going to the park and walking the dog and all these other things. And it's like no offense to anybody else, but I'm sure to be none taken. But there's a huge difference between like urban music and music being pushed on like young black children than music. I know everybody listens to it, but there's a difference between the music that is targeted certain groups. All right, there's a difference between the music that is targeting children in like white suburban communities, and there's a difference between music targeting certain like black communities and inner city communities and things like that of that nature. And I know they're the ones making the music, but they're getting paid to make that type of music for that specific audience. And it's just not that way for everybody making music for their specific audience. Not everybody is being paid to target a specific audience with a specific vibration. All right, but I mean, now you could really just attribute it to just like like demonic energy because I mean they even got that little Mabu dude, you know what I'm saying? So it's like even you could argue that what I'm saying isn't true all the way because even that little Mabu, what's his name, little Mabu or whatever, I don't like saying his name because it sounds like my boo, little Mabu, um, even he is pushing that drill stuff. So it's like it's just the demonic energy that they're putting out. So it's more or less not even. It is still about like targeting certain children and certain groups of people for certain reasons, but now more or less in the times that we're living in, it's just about demonic energy. They want to keep pushing that demonic energy to create more demons, to create more people that will vibrate on that frequency so they could use more people to be a portal and a vessel for more evil because things are going to get more evil, unfortunately, and the energy that's being put out, unless it changes, it's only going to get worse. All right, so the Illuminati is definitely behind that. Is basically it's just a spell that they have people putting on each other because when you keep listening to a song over and over again and it's talking about killing people and things like that, when you go to solve a problem, or when you get angry, or you have a beef with somebody, that's going to be swirling around in your head. You're going to be like, I'll go kill that mug. I'll go shoot that. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. People could think whatever they want, but I just see it for what it is. I may not have explained it in the most popular, cool way, but yo, it is what it is. They're using people to promote like death culture. All right. So just a positive video I'm putting out. Everybody hit the like button, hit the share button, and don't forget to subscribe. Make sure you don't wake up in a jail cell from listening to certain music or thinking that it's cool because you've seen certain comedians and people in jail acting like they living it up and all that. Yo, they will not have that much time in population. All right, they do not have that much time. All right, to enjoy themselves like they were doing in that video. That was fun. That was a skit. That was fake. That's not really how it is in jail. All right. People are crying in there. All right. People are frustrated in there. People trying to get home to their family in there. All right. So it is what it is. I see that as a plan and a scheme and a plot by the Illuminati to try to get the youth to throw their life away and to get them in a bad situation so they don't make good decisions. They want to influence them negatively and get them on that demonic frequency so they end up doing something bad and getting in trouble. All right, I'll see you all in the next video. Peace, love, and light. We out.